Hello and welcome, Star Citizens. My name is Zulu Mongoose in game. Real life, it's Tom, and this is my first attempt at producing some content around Star Citizen. Now, Star Citizen is a new game for me. I've only been playing for 2 weeks now, but I am so interested in the game, and even more so the community in the game. I've pretty much spent most of my time on YouTube over the last 2 weeks, literally just looking and watching videos from you guys, and probably the same videos that you guys out there have been watching, about the game, about the development, about the different types of ships. And what I wanted to do is have a go myself. You know, I'm very new to this. In fact, this is probably the second or third video I've ever posted. The first one with me speaking, and I just want to get involved. Really, I'm loving the game so far. We're only really scratching the surface, but I'm interested in getting more people involved, and I think the way we can do that is by publishing this type of content, getting people excited about the game, and hopefully trying to explain a bit more, because it's a massive learning curve in games like this, especially when the content, you know, it's dynamic, it changes all the time. So this is my first attempt, and I'm really looking for support in game and out of game. You know, any comments or anything that you think you guys can do to support me in creating this content, giving me ideas, or if you'd like to hear about something, I'm more than happy to go out and try to find that information and present it to you guys in a way which, for me, you know, I like to go through that detail, and I think this gives me the opportunity to go through detail about certain ships and dynamics in a way that hopefully it breaks it down to you guys and you get more benefit out of it. So this first video, what I want to do is tell you about the sorts of ships that I've bought, and this is the first video is going to be about one of the ships that I chose as part of my pledge, my initial pledge, and really try to explain why I went for this ship, and hopefully explain some of my assumed gameplay style based on the information that we know so far. I know this game could potentially not be out officially for quite some time yet, but it doesn't stop us looking at the different types of releases and that content, which, you know, could be our content for the next year and a half to 2 years, or however long it may be. I just know that we all want a polished game, so I really don't mind when that really comes to being actually released. I'm just excited to be part of this story, and I think we're all part of that story at the moment, because we're all providing that content and providing that support. So, no further ado, this is my hangar, and this is the Revel in York hangar. One of the videos I saw online on YouTube, somebody was showing off their hangar, and I actually think it's a really sexy hangar, if you can call a hangar sexy, I suppose. And it actually looks like there's lots of ability to actually customize this, and I'm guessing as you have your gameplay and possibly things you could pick up, you know, you can develop this, and again, it could be that you can share this with your corp members, or even have it as a corp hangar. I don't know at this point, but it gives us a good space in which to look at some ships. So, ships. There are a couple of types of ships in the game with regards to what we can and can't use at the moment. So there's ships in game that are flight ready, which means you can actually take them out into the verse, or the universe. We call it the verse. I'm still catching up with the lingo, and you can fly them around. You can do stuff with them in game. You can run into other people. You can crash them and everything else. But there are also quite a few ships at the moment which are still they're outside concept. They're actually ready to, or that I think it's called hangar ready. So they're available to look in this environment. So you can have a poke around the ship, but it is at an alpha stage. So this is what's really important about this game, is that this is alpha. So it's before, you know, beta. Beta is normally when you have a polished product which you give to testers or the public to say, you know, let us know where the problems are. This is alpha. This is still a stage where the design company or the company that's involved is actually asking us the players, what is it that we want, which I think is fantastic, and that's why I think this game is so popular. So the ship we're going to be looking at today is hangar ready, not flight ready, and it is the Freelancer Max. So the Freelancer Max. I chose the Freelancer Max because reading through the content about what's going to be released, when and how, we're currently on version 2.5. And I believe in the next release, which could be soon, and I say soon with a big caveat of soon could be weeks or it could be months. 2.6 is supposed to be able to give us the ability to start hauling cargo, which then brings in a new game dynamic around piracy, trading at a very, very, very high level. I mean, it could be just like boxes of steel or something like that, but it provides us with a next level of gameplay. And I believe that it's going to be a good way initially in this game to be able to make some money to progress you in the game. You won't start off and just run out and start shooting pirates. I think it's going to be one of those progression type games, because there is no skilling up in the game. There is no, please go and hit 400 mobs so you can grind up your axe skill to level 400. This game is much more simple in some ways, but in another way so much more complicated, because it's down to your own skill. So Freelancer Max. Now, as you can see in the list here, I've got the Freelancer Max, but because it's not released and it's not flight ready, they've given me a MISC Freelancer as well. That will disappear once that Freelancer Max becomes available. But obviously, to let you play with the type of ship, they give you one that is flight ready, so you can take that round in the verse and have a play. As you can also see as well, I've also got the Constellation Aquila, which is a exploration ship, and again, it's something else that I am interested in the game. And they've given me an Andromeda because, again, the Aquila is not flight ready. The Aquila will go over on my next video. So the Freelancer Max. Now the Max is one of 4 variants, and the Max is around cargo carrying. I'll just move out of the way. And there is the Freelancer Max. Now, the Freelancer Max cargo carrier. Now, again, we can see at a very high level, we can go and have a look around, but it could be subject to change. What you see here is what's been provided so far, but it's not to say it will be the final model. But what I'm looking at here is a good looking ship. A bit disappointing. It's supposed to be a new ship, and it looks like it could do with a good coat of paint and a good clean. But other than that, it's a good looking ship. Now, I did say there were 4 variants. And sorry about that, bit of a issue. Anyway, so there are 4 variants. The Milita, which is the MISC, the Dur, the Max, and the Mercantile. Now, I had a look online at the RSA website to try to find out some information about this. There isn't a lot of information there about the ships. There is some information about the loadouts and things like that, but I actually found quite a lot more information on the wiki site for Star Citizen. It actually does, and I'll put the link down below as well, so you guys can check that out. But it does provide a bit more context around the ships, what they're for. And what I've pulled off so far is you've got the MISC, which is the Milita. Now I'm assuming that's more the troop carrier. Again, if you know more about this, or you've got somewhere I can get more information, please comment down below. I'm just as interested as you guys to find out more information. So I believe that's a troop carrier. You've got the Dur, which is more about exploration. I'm assuming with exploration you obviously got bigger fuel tanks to allow you to go deeper into space, but still have the ability to carry some cargo as well. You've got the Mercantile, which again was what I thought I wanted at the beginning. Merchant, I assumed was be merchant as in trading, but actually it's got a smaller cargo hold of 52 standard cargo units. So I'm assuming then that could be more of your maybe the smuggler or runner, but still with a good armament. And they've got this one, which is the Max, which is the biggest of the cargo variants for this Freelancer range of ships, and this actually holds 123 standard cargo units. But you know, from what I can see, it actually does have a bit of an armament as well, which you can't really grumble about. So let's have a look around this. Now, I have noticed that on some other ships, when you go up to them, a little icon will pop up which will tell you some information about either the guns or the engines, etc. In fact, there's one just there about the power plant. So imagine that, but there'd be one for the guns, there could be one for the thrusters, missiles, which can give you a bit more information, but again, assuming that this is still not flight ready, that all this could be subject to change. But it does look good. So this is the cargo variant, and again, I think this is going to be something that will provide definitely initial types of gameplay in this alpha version that wasn't there before. So let's have a look on board. Again, the inside of this, you'll see it doesn't look very polished, and that's because it could all change, and more than likely will. But you know, that's a damn good space for carrying cargo. Now, the reason why I chose a Freelancer, and when I was reading up on both this and the Constellation Taurus, I think it is, which is also a cargo carrier, and the Taurus can carry a massive amount of cargo. I believe nearly a third more than this ship. So you know, it's massive. But from what I was reading is that this ship can go through small jump portals. Now, again, just on the information I've found so far, jump portals are how you can go from system to system. Now, this ship, I believe, can go through a small portal, in the small, medium and large, whereas the Constellation ships can go through a medium and large. Now, I'm assuming, and again, it's a big assumption, if you've got more information, please do let me know in the comments, but I'm assuming that you'll have more small portals than you will medium or large. So if you want to get from Constellation or System A to B, in this ship, if there's a small, you're more likely to find a small that goes from A straight to B than maybe a medium or a large. And so what I'm thinking is actually this could take a lot less fuel than the Constellation ship, because this is also so much lighter than the Constellation ship as well. I believe it's 32,000 metric units or weight, whereas Constellation is going to be way more. Oh, there's a bit of a glitch there, and again, so all these panels looks nothing like what we've got in game at the moment. Oh, it's a sink. Bit random in a cockpit. So all this is going to be obviously subject to change, although it does say that it's a two-man crew, but there are 4 seats here. Oh, they look like the fluffiest seats I've ever seen. Where's the dice? No fluffy dice. Anyway, so again, all subject to change, but you've got a good idea of what it is, and I'm interested because it does say that it's a two-man crew. So I'm assuming one person to fly, maybe one navigator stroke engineer to manage the shields. I didn't see any other turrets, but oh yeah, no, there is one. So there is another turret, a gunner turret, but I'm assuming that's going to be a personal upgrade. So with all the modules on these ships, when there's more content, I'm assuming that you can actually upgrade different items on the ships, like the power plants, weapons, thrusters, and obviously I'm assuming the turrets as well. So you know, there's so much customization available in this game, and this is actually floating. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is a good looking ship, and if the final product actually looks like this, I'd actually be quite impressed. Oh, there's another set of stairs. Let's go up through there. I'm assuming if the cargo holds full, then we need another way to get on board. That's pretty cool. But you know, I really do like this ship, and I think it will give you the ability to Try different things out in the game. You know, it's going to be such a vast game when it's released. I think the ability to either run cargo or, you know, it does have a hoofing set of guns on there, but if it could be moving people, it could be moving cargo, it could be anything. It could be, you know, moving satellites or God knows what else. So I think this will provide significant gameplay for a new starter into the game. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, you should get this as your first ship, and that's why I'm not looking to buy every single ship in the game, because I think part of the progression of learning about these things and developing the game is actually part of the gameplay. So yes, I will be looking forward to seeing what ships are on sale, and you know, I'm very interested in the Caterpillar or anything that's based around salvage as well. I'm really interested in that dynamic in the game. But right now, this is the ship that I think will provide me with, especially in the next patch when they release the use of cargo, this is what I think will provide me with a good bit of gameplay, and I'm really quite excited. So that's my first look at a ship. I'm sure some of you might have found that interesting. Please let me know if you did, or if you didn't. Give me some support, guys. Let me know what you found interesting. If you've got a freelancer, what freelancer do you have? Why? What is it that you hope to get out of this gameplay? And what, you know, is there a specific reason that you got that type of freelancer, or is there just a good? Do you just think it's just a good ship which you can use for various uses? So this is my first foray into this, so please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. I'd love to hear some comments from you guys, whether it be supportive or, you know, what I could do to make this any better. I will do more videos in the future, but again, like I said, around ships I'm gonna buy or that I have bought, because I don't want to just do one for every ship and actually not be excited about a ship. I want to do videos where I'm excited about these ships and try to explain why I've bought them as well, because, you know, it might not be an actual person playing the game that's watching this right now. It might be somebody who's thinking about the game and just wants to know, well, I'm interested in pledging, but I don't know which ship to buy, and you just want to find out about what it is. You know, I wouldn't say I'm a fight type person. I'm quite happy to get in and get stuck in a fight, but I'm more of the PvE. I want to find out, you know, about mining. I want to find out about salvaging or moving cargo, and that's where I think I'm going to be best placed in the verse. So I'd love to hear some comments from you guys. And again, I will try to provide more comments, and hopefully, as my skill sets outside of the verse around creating video content, I hope my skill set improves with that as well. So thanks a lot, guys, and hopefully I shall speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.